After death, while most spirits quickly reincarnate into other realms within the 6 paths of rebirth, there are still some souls that wander in the human world for hundreds, even thousands of years, unable to transcend or be reborn. The reason is that they cannot let go of their attachments and resentment. Among them, the most frightening are the spirits known as karmic creditors. These are the spirits of humans or animals who, in this life and in countless past lives, formed deep grudges with us. Sometimes they were animals that we captured and killed for food. Sometimes they were people whom we beat, abused, robbed, deceived, or even killed. Sometimes they were unborn children who were aborted by their parents. All of these create countless layers of hatred and resentment. When these karmic creditor spirits find the person who harmed them, even if that person has already reincarnated, they are still able to recognize them. Naturally, they will follow that person and seek ways to take revenge. So how do they take revenge? Spirits possess certain spiritual abilities, more or less. They are also intelligent, so they can think of many different ways to retaliate. For example, they may cause us to fall ill, serious illnesses such as cancer, or milder but persistent pains and various diseases. They may create conflict within families, causing arguments and suffering among relatives. Or they may lead us astray, causing failures in business or career. They may even push or obscure our vision while we are driving, leading to accidents that cause injury or even death. However, not every illness is caused by karmic creditors, because karma can produce illness and misfortune in 2 ways. The first way is when karma itself manifests as illness. For example, people who commit serious offenses such as slandering the true Dharma, sexual misconduct, improper relationships, spreading wrong views, corruption, bribery, and similar acts accumulate extremely heavy karma. However, these actions may not create a specific victim or enemy and therefore do not necessarily produce karmic creditors. After some time, the law of cause and effect gathers all the necessary conditions for karmic retribution to ripen, causing those individuals to experience illness or misfortune. There may be spiritual beings who stand behind the scenes judging merits and faults. However, they do not arbitrarily grant blessings or impose punishments. They merely act as instruments that carry out the law of cause and effect, just as courts and police enforce the law but cannot act according to personal whims. The second way is when karmic creditors take revenge. In the beginning, a person may have created karma by killing, stealing, deceiving, or harming a specific individual or being. Except for those who are extraordinarily generous and able to forgive those who harmed them, most victims, whether human or other sentient beings, will naturally harbor resentment and seek revenge. Although revenge is not a noble action, from the perspective of cause and effect it can be seen as a form of karmic balance. Therefore, illness may be caused by karmic creditors, or it may arise from karma itself. If illness arises from karma manifesting on its own, then performing rituals to help karmic creditors transcend will not be effective, because there are no such creditors involved. In that case, one should practice general repentance for all past wrongdoings, such as the repentance taught in the Golden Light Sutra, the Great Compassion Water Repentance, or the Emperor Liang Repentance, while also performing many meritorious deeds to dissolve negative karma. However, if the illness is caused by karmic creditors seeking revenge, general repentance alone is not sufficient. One must make specific repentance directed toward those karmic creditors, create merit and dedicate that merit specifically to them, and pray for their liberation. Only then can the illness truly be resolved. In reality, almost everyone who is living in this world is followed by karmic creditor spirits seeking retribution. This is because most people have killed animals at some point in their lives. Even if they did not kill them directly, they have still eaten the flesh and drunk the blood of many living beings. After those animals die, many of their spirits follow the person who killed and consumed them, waiting for an opportunity to take revenge and thus becoming karmic creditors. In addition, many people have gone through wars involving killing, or have had abortions, or have experienced various grudges and blood debts in life. All these situations create karmic ties and enmity with spirits. And even if someone insists that they have lived a completely innocent life since childhood, there may still be many karmic creditors from past lives who come seeking them. For example, there is the case of National Master N.D., the compiler of the famous repentance text Compassionate Water Repentance during the reign of Emperor Tang Yizong. In a previous life during the Han Dynasty, he was named Ya. At that time, he falsely accused a man named ZC, causing ZC to be unjustly executed, cut in half at the waist. The spirit of ZC followed ND National Master for 10 consecutive lifetimes but could not take revenge. This was because in all 10 of those lifetimes, ND diligently cultivated spiritual practice, and the Dharma protectors guarded him closely so the spirit could not approach. However, in the 10th lifetime, when he had risen to the prestigious position of National Master and reached the height of honor and glory, a moment of pride arose in his mind. Because of this arrogance, the Dharma protectors left him. ZC's spirit seized the opportunity and caused him to suffer from a strange and terrible illness, a malignant boil shaped like a human face on his knee. In modern terms, it would be similar to a severe form of cancer, bringing excruciating pain that none of the imperial physicians could cure. Therefore, if even a highly virtuous spiritual master like ND, who practiced diligently and righteously for 10 lifetimes, could still be subject to the revenge of karmic creditors, then ordinary people like us should not assume that we have none. It is simply that the time for them to act may not have arrived yet. So how can the resentment of these karmic creditors be resolved? The only way is through sincere repentance and by making amends through dedicating the merit of good deeds to them. Only when they are willing to forgive and let go can we truly be freed from their grievances. This is the purpose of the repentance and requiem ritual for karmic creditors. Many people have recovered from illness quickly after repenting to their karmic creditors. The reason is simple. Their illnesses were caused by those spirits, and once the spirits forgave them, the illness disappeared. There are even cases where people experiencing great misfortune found their bad luck vanish after sincerely repenting to their karmic creditors. However, not every case shows results quickly. The number of karmic creditors differs for each person. Kind people who have committed little killing tend to have fewer karmic creditors, so their repentance often brings quicker results. Others, who have killed many beings across many lifetimes, may have a much larger number of karmic creditors, so repenting once or twice is not enough. The attitudes of these spirits also differ. Some spirits are forgiving and may let go after hearing a single sincere repentance. Others hold deep resentment and may still remain angry even after several repentances, requiring many more. Therefore, perseverance is extremely important when performing requiem prayers for karmic creditors. If 1 or 2 sessions show little change, one should continue with perseverance, perhaps 10 to 20 sessions. They do not need to be done every day. Performing one every few days is fine. Most people will begin to notice clear improvements within that range. In a small number of cases where karmic creditors are extremely numerous, often indicated by many illnesses, frequent misfortune, and many different kinds of suffering in life, it may take up to 100 repentance sessions before noticeable improvement appears. Ideally, if possible, each person should continue performing repentance for their karmic creditors once or twice a month for many years.